All right, well, thank you so much for sticking with NBC 23 News this morning. We have our good friend Tom Castañeda with South Texas Health Systems, and we are talking all things heart valve. How are you doing today?
I am well. How are you?
Doing well, thank you so much. So kind of tell us what this is about and what all you are featuring.
Yes, so throughout the entire month of February, we've been highlighting heart health. It is American Heart Month, and so we've been talking about the importance of protecting your heart. But in this latest episode of South Texas Healthy Living, brought to you by South Texas Health System, we'll be talking specifically about heart valve disease. And one of the most common heart valve diseases is aortic stenosis. So there are 4 chambers of the heart, which means that there are 4 valves, and those basically help lead blood from the heart to the rest of the body. Unfortunately, aortic stenosis means that there's a hardening, stiffening, or narrowing of one of those valves, which basically limits that blood flow to the rest of the body, and it makes your heart pump harder. And so in the United States, about 5 million Americans between the ages of 65 to 85 have aortic stenosis, including about 12% of seniors over the age of 75. Unfortunately, what we're seeing is that aortic stenosis is on the rise in the United States due to the increasing prevalence of diabetes, obesity, and hypertension, as well as other unmanaged chronic conditions. And so we are going to be highlighting everything aortic stenosis. We sit down with STHS Clinic's interventional cardiologist, Dr. Federico Aspurua, to learn more about aortic stenosis, including what causes it, what are the common symptoms, and what we can do to protect our heart valve health.
All right, and what about the patients? You talk to patients at all?
That's right. In every episode, we highlight a patient who is living with the condition that we're discussing. So we meet an elderly Brownsville man who is extremely active. And in 2025, he noticed that his health really seriously started to decline. In fact, so much so that he started giving away his worldly possessions and making peace with his dog, is what he said. So imagine being extremely active and then all of a sudden just not being able to climb a set of stairs. And so he had what's called a transcatheter aortic valve replacement. It's short, TAVR for short, a lot easier to say TAVR. And so he had that procedure done, and he said almost immediately he was ready to run from the STHS Heart Hospital in McAllen all the way to Brownsville. So imagine thinking that your life is over and then all of a sudden having all of your energy and ability back.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, wow, that's going to be a really good perspective to hear. And kind of tell us about prevention. What can you say about that? So
when we talk about prevention of any disease, obviously we talk about diet and exercise being extremely important. It's also important to manage your stress and to manage any chronic conditions. But in this episode, as we do in every episode, we have an amazing cooking demonstration, and we also have some great exercise ideas, simple exercises that you can do while you're watching the news or while you're watching television at home, or cleaning the house, whatever. There are some great exercises, simple exercises that you can do for your health.
Perfect. So how can people watch this program?
So due to the Olympic coverage that we have here on NBC 23, the episode will be running this Sunday, February 22nd at 10 a.m. on KGBT 4.1.
Okay, all right. So people can go ahead and tune in that way as well. Is there anything else you want to share or add, especially with heart disease or health? What can you add about that?
So when it comes to your heart health, do everything you can to manage your stress, to eat well, and to exercise. And we hope that you don't just do it in the month of February, but throughout the entire year.
Yes, 3 big components that always keep in mind as well.